Hello Scorpio, welcome to your timeless medicine wheel reading. Okay, we will start with part 1, which is the setting up of the four corners of the earth spread, and we will try to see your recent past, your present, and your approximate future. Okay, so here's the south, west, north, and east. Okay. So for the card that is on the west, it represents a chapter in your life that is just closed. The west, which represents sunset. No? The east represents here, the east represents a new chapter that is opening in your life right now or in the near future. And then the southern card, the card on the south, represents what is presently happening in you and you are aware of. The card on top, which is the northern card, represents things that are presently happening in you but belongs in their subconscious realm or you are not aware of. Okay, so in the recent past, it seems that you have become like a sort of the King of Pentacles, and you have been very productive in your recent past, and you are very much in touch with the inspiration that the universe has given you. Here you see a king silently sitting and touching a pentacle, and it seems that he is looking inwards. I kind of look at the pentacle, as sort of like an inspiration that leads to prosperity, and that you see here, the king is very prosperous. You see that his robe or garb is filled with a lot of grapes, and it seems that the garb spreads to the terrace around him. It seems that his productivity is like he's like a cup that is overflowing and positive things are happening in him. So when you look at this card, somehow it shows that in the recent past you have been very productive, and there's a certain aspect of you that you are in touch with your inner world. It makes me think right now that this pentacle is not just an ordinary pentacle. Makes me think of it can be like a scrying mirror or a crystal ball. Makes me think more of the crystal ball. It's like a person looks at these these portals towards our inner self. He's touching it, and it somehow facilitates his journey inwards himself. And so I feel that you in the recent past are growing in your inner journey, and your intuition is growing also. But at the same time, you have been very, very productive. And in the present time, because of the productivity that you have a lot of options right now, especially in the area of relationship. You have many cups before you. Here we have the 9 of cups. At the same time, there is prosperity in your life right now. You feel contented, and you are smiling. You are seated comfortably. So things are going well in your physical world. In your spiritual realm, you are receiving a lot of gifts from the universe. We have the 9 of cups, we have here the 10 of cups, and somehow this joy that you are experiencing, these gifts that you are receiving from the universe, is not only for you but for your loved ones. They too are benefiting from all the graces and the gifts you are receiving from the universe. So things are going well with you at this present time. You are stable. You are like the king. You see here, the King of Pentacles is seated comfortably. And here, the 9 of Cups, a person is seated comfortably. And here, he is embracing his wife and the children are playing. There's a certain sense of peace, tranquility, and sense of security in your life from the recent past up to the present moment. Now, in the near future, it makes me suddenly what I think is, be careful of people who might be a little bit, with not quite good intentions. When you are doing well, you attract people also who would like to take advantage of the benefits that you are receiving from the universe. So be careful of people who have shady intentions, because oftentimes it's like that. When you start to bloom, good things are going in your life and also in your family. Some people with not good intentions are attracted also. Like, for example, they could scam. Some people could, this is what is coming into my mind. Be careful of scammers, okay? Be careful of people who will try to get some things from you, take advantage of your generosity, because oftentimes you tend to, as you grow in your spiritual journey, you also tend to be more compassionate, uh, empathic. So sometimes when people tell you stories of they need this, they need that, yeah, it affects you. It affects you, and it's easier for you to respond to help. Now there comes the challenge of discerning between people who truly needs the help, because we cannot just completely close a door to a person and immediately reject them. They might be really brought to us because they need help at this present time, and we could give them the assistance that they need. But at the same time, there are also people who are unscrupulous and will take advantage of you. So be careful of these people who might take advantage of you. We need to create a certain balance between generosity and also not being taken advantage of. At the same time, also, when you share your energy to people by giving them time, listening to them, be careful also of people who would drain you of your energy. So it seems like you are going into a stage right now in the near future where you will have to learn how to discern between people who really needs help and people who would just take advantage of you, your resources, and your energies. So here you need to create a healthy boundary where you can immediately sense if people are taking advantage of you, and you can immediately put on this boundary and protect yourself without being unkind or unjust. So there's a need for discernment, and at the same time, there's always a kind way of protecting yourself and saying no. So there are different ways. These are the things that you will have to learn in the future, because the more you shine, the more your cup overflows, the more it attracts people, both those who truly need help and also those who are on an intention that they would just like to take advantage of you. So you need to be careful of these things. Okay, you have a very beautiful reading, Scorpio. Uh, Let us now go to our part 2, which is reading through the elements, 4 elements of the earth. Okay, Scorpio, we are now in part 2, and let us try to see the message for us through the 4 elements of the earth. Okay, let us see. So here is the element of earth. Wow. Element of... Okay, so here we have the element of air, element of earth. For the element of earth, we have the 3 of cups, and the element of air, we have the 9 of swords. For the element of fire, we have the page of pentacles, and the element of water, we have the 9 of wands. Okay, so in the recent past, you are already a king. You have matured, and you have a pentacle there. No, it seems that you just, in the recent past, you just closed a painful chapter in your life. No, thing that has caused you a lot of pain and sleepless nights. No, but yeah, at the same time, when you close that chapter, there was a moment of celebration, and yes, abundance, as represented by the King of Pentacles, and at the same time, yeah, there is this inward growing. Whatever painful experience you had in the past, it made you grow interiorly, and now you are celebrating not only externally but in your spiritual journey, spiritual life. So in the near future, what will happen is that, yeah, there will be a new inspiration coming. And so aside from those people who would like to take advantage of you, there will be people also who will be helping you in your journey. It could be somebody young, another person will come, somebody young with also ideas that are going to help you in your journey. Or it can be you here. It can be you, the new you, the one, the inner child that has finally come out with a new inspiration from the universe. So this can be two things. It can be you, the new you, the one that is reborn, one who has a new inspiration from the universe, or it can be somebody or several people who will be coming and helping you. They will have ideas in order to help you journey further towards success, because right now at this present time you are in success. You are succeeding both interiorly and exteriorly. At the same time, in the near future, because of the challenges that you've had, and the interior journeys that you've had, you will be a battle hardened warrior. Okay, and you have good boundaries. Yeah, you see here the boundaries, at the same time you are guarded. No, this can also be a positive thing. The nine of wands. No, fiery. You are fiery, and this fiery personality is able to defend himself. At the same time, he is able to size people up because of his experience. He can look at a person and somehow have an idea of whether this person has good intentions or not, which is very important for you also, because you have to discern from between people who can help you, people who have good intention towards you, and people who just want to take advantage of your prosperity, both interiorly and exteriorly. People who would might take advantage of your resources and your energies. So yeah, you will be trained already, because in your success, people who would like to take advantage of you will come, but it will make you a battle hardened person, one who has a sense of discernment. But there is also here the invitation not to put too much walls, because if you put too much walls also, it can limit you. You know how it is when you create walls to keep other people from entering. Later on, you will discover that the walls you created also keeps you from going out. Okay, so there are some things like that. Sometimes you have to ask, what is this wall for? Is it to keep people out, or to keep something, danger out, or to keep those who are inside in, and sort of like imprison them? Okay, so they're like that. Now, there are certain things like that you have to check. What is this wall for? Is it in order to protect me so that I will be able to journey more peacefully, inwardly and outwardly, or is it to keep myself in? And when you keep yourself in, then it will not be a good thing already. It will be a negative effect on, it will have a negative effect on your life. It will limit your possibilities, instead of being this page of wands where everything is open and there is just openness to adventure, openness to learn new things. So you need to strike a certain balance where you will have a healthy boundary, but at the same time, it doesn't wall you in. It doesn't limit your living life to the full. Okay, so this is part 2 of our medicine wheel for Scorpio. Let us now go to part 3, which is the message from the universe. Okay, Scorpio, we are now in part 3, which is the message from the universe. The card that I'm shuffling right now is the Shaman's Dream Oracle. And then below it, on the left lower corner, we have the Archangel Oracle. And then on the right upper corner, we have the Cosmic Reading cards. And then below it is the Starseed Oracle. Okay, so let us now see what is the message of the universe for you. Wood wives, adaptability. Okay, so you see here, there is a wood and a female there. It's as if the female is dancing with the wind. Okay, and then looking at the sunrise. No, so life is a balancing act. We need to balance things. No, you can see here there is celebration and struggles. Okay, in the recent past you have had celebrations and struggles. Here also in the near future, you need to discern between people who are beneficial to your journey and people who can be detrimental to your journey. There is a need for you to have an ability to discern things and to balance things between having a healthy boundary, and at the same time between having an extreme boundary where, yeah, going to the extreme where there is no boundary, and going to the other extreme where there is too much boundary that it limits already the way you can live your life. So there is a need to adapt to the situation. As the situation goes, we need to develop this flexibility, this ability. You know, there's this way of living life where you live by the seat of your pants, and when you live by the seat of your pants, there's less planning and more of the spontaneity. You respond to what the spirit brings you in your life. So it's somehow it's like that. With all the development that is happening interior-wards and exteriorly, you are being taught by the universe to learn to adapt to the changing situations of every moment of your life, and you learn to adapt to sudden changes, you know, like sometimes, for example, you have a certain plan, then the spirit changes it, and then you follow. You allow the spirit to guide you. You go with the flow. It's for us, for the Christians, you say, let God and let go. So there is this trust to the unseen hand of the spirit. Okay, so adaptability. You adapt to the situation. Sometimes we propose plans, but the spirit or the universe decides otherwise. So when they decide otherwise, you follow. Okay, that's adaptability, because in the end it's also for your good, because sometimes, oftentimes, what you see, you want to go to some, so you want to go on, you want to achieve something, and you felt that the best way to achieve it is going to the right, but then the spirit tells you, no, don't go to the right, you go to the left. If you follow the spirit, you realize that you are able to reach your goal faster than you would have if you followed your own decision. Okay, so there is this adaptability. Here we have spread your wings, Archangel Ariel. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. Okay, right now in this present moment, things are going well with you in inwards and outwards. So soar, open your wings, spread, and fly. Don't be afraid to fly. You see here, beginning the flight, going to the sunrise, going to the, facing the new day, going to the skies. So don't be afraid, spread your wings. The universe has your back. Okay, now let us see any other message through the cosmic reading cards. Okay, so what is the message through this card deck? Emotions. Okay, so yeah, in the recent past you were able to close some past hurts, no? And okay, there's another affirmation of that. Okay, as if it affirms what we are reading right now. So you see here, this lady with her hair going with the wind blowing her hair, and the hair seems to be orderly following the flow of the wind. It's not a hair that is disheveled because of the wind blowing, but it seems that the hair dances with the wind. Somewhat related to this adaptability, which is the woodwives, no? It's as if, yeah, there is a graceful dance with the universe, and somehow the hair also gracefully dance with the universe. You also dance with your emotions. There is a certain sensitivity to your emotions. In comparison to this one, where the person seems to be a little bit with fear and trepidation or guardedness, no, it seems that you need to balance it with just going with the flow of the spirit, no. This is like just not flying in the sky, but dancing in the sky. It's going up to the sky, soaring, dancing, doing acrobatic spins and everything. It's enjoying life, living life to the full, and enjoying the experiences of the emotions that you receive. The highs and lows of life, you go and enjoy the emotions, and the emotions sometimes are guiding like a GPS. Somehow the emotions make you feel, for example, if you are entering a new situation, you become more sensitive, especially when you start to become intuitive. You start to experience already certain emotions, like what we shared in just today. We talked about clairsentience. You become sensitive to the atmosphere of the place that you enter, sensitive to the feelings of the people that you meet each day. There is a certain awareness of the emotions, not only your inner emotions, but also the emotions of the other people around you. This makes us compassionate, but at the same time, we balance it with learning to protect ourselves also from those who would do us no good. Okay, so there's a need for us, I feel. This card tells us that we need, to take care of our ability to sense emotions of people. We need to have this ability also to balance, to adapt, achieve a certain balance also, and also to discern whether the emotions that we are feeling, especially when you are becoming more and more intuitive, to discern which emotions are really yours and which are the emotions of the energies that you feel around you. Okay, so sometimes our emotions are triggered also by the energy around us. Sometimes what we thought is our emotion is actually the emotion of the people who are near us, or people who are connected to us spiritually, even if they are distant to us. So we need to discern these things, no? so that we'll be able to attain a certain tranquility in our spiritual journey. Because the deeper you go in your spiritual journey, the more sensitive you become. And so there's a need also to be more discerning. Just as this person who is, because of his experience, he is more discerning of the events that is happening around him. Okay, now let us go and see the final card. What is the final message from the universe for us today? Okay. So, for the Starseed Oracle, our message for today is I'm sorry. Okay. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. Okay. I was expecting something like this to come. You know why? Because as we deepen in our spiritual life, part of the journey in transformation is healing of past wounds. You have had some past pains in your life. Whatever it is, as you evolve and as you transform into to be a better person, there will be a moment where you need to look back to, and you will need to forgive others and to forgive also yourselves. When we encounter painful situations, it's a two-way process. We also have a part, why a contributing part to the why that incident happened. No, so there's a part of us. Maybe we were not very careful. We were not protective of ourselves. No? And then at the same time, yeah, there's also a part of those who have hurt us. Yeah, oftentimes we need to see both parts. We need to balance about these things. I mean, there are some people who deny that they contributed something to the detriment of the situation. So it's only blame, 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 blame. They blame others, but they fail to see their contribution, why it happened. At the same time also, there are some people who are in the other extreme. They blame themselves without realizing that others also have contributed to the pain. So sometimes if you are very kind, very disponible, very generous, sometimes you blame yourself when actually a big part of it came from others. Others people did an injustice towards you. But sometimes you need to go to the center where you recognize the bad things that were done by others, and also the mistakes done by others, and also the mistakes you have done also during the situation. So there are both sides that you need to consider, and you need to look at them objectively. You need to see the big picture, and it's part of the growth. Okay, now let's go to part 4. Okay, Scorpio, we are now in part 4. Okay, I was so excited. I just clicked the video and I already immediately spoke. Okay, so just before finishing part 3, somebody knocked on my door. It's as if the universe was telling, you're talking too much already, finish. Okay, so now we are in part 4, which is the creation of the crystal grid. Okay, so let us see what we'll start with the southern corner of the earth. We have the red jasper. Okay, so the crystal grid, you can take a picture of it. Okay, later we will explain about it. So we put back again the red jasper because there's another red jasper here. So we try to shuffle it again. Okay. Okay, so let's try to see. We have the amethyst. Okay, so we put the amethyst on the western corner of the earth. Okay, we bring it back again because there's still an amethyst here. Okay. Oops. Okay, many. And they didn't fall immediately. Okay, so it's just full of energies. You have a lot of good readings, and yeah, there's also some warnings also for you to just be careful. Okay. Balance things and be careful of those who will take advantage of your green adventuring. Okay, so you have the green adventuring for the north. We finished already with the green adventuring, so we try to see what else we have. Okay, this one once. Oops, oh, there are 2 of them. Okay, so we have the clear quartz and the tiger's eye. So the clear quartz goes to east, and then the tiger's eye will go to the element of earth. Okay, so we still have both of them here, so we will shuffle them again. Okay, so element of air and And then element of fire. Okay, what is this one? Black obsidian. So we have black obsidian for the element of air. We bring it back because there's still black obsidian here. And then we go for the element of fire. Okay. Okay, so what is this one? Tiger's eye again. Okay, so we have tiger's eye for element of fire. Oh, nice, very nice, because the tiger, yeah, is fire. Okay, so we finish already with the tiger's eye. Now we go to the element of water. Okay, this one wants to jump, but afraid maybe it's too high. Red jasper. So we finish also already the red jasper. So we put it in the element of water. Now for the message of the universe. Okay, whoa, 5 jumped. Okay, so they want to be heard. Okay, so for woodwives we have amethyst. Okay, and then for spread your wings we have green calcite. Okay, green calcite. Put that amethyst. For emotions we have the blue sodalite. And for I'm sorry we have black obsidian. Okay, now we have an extra one we will place here at the northern part. We have the rose quartz. Okay, so the rose quartz symbolizes also compassion, the heart, the ability to love. So this is our crystal grid. And the crystal grid, you can take a snapshot of the whole medicine wheel. You can take a snapshot of this and you can put it in your desktop, and you can come back to it every day to reflect on it as you journey through this process that was being painted here, was painted here in the medicine wheel. You will gain newer and newer insights, and as you go through the experience, you will learn and be able to mirror your situation into what is being said here. So it's good to have it in your desktop for at least 1 week to 4 weeks. And then also you can print it out and put it in your room, and then you can review it every once in a while. Or you can recreate this one in your room, or and then put crystals, or if you can approximate just the color of the crystals with the stones that you can get in nature, it can be also like that. Now the important thing with the medicine wheel is it's like a medicine you have to take daily. You have to reflect on it constantly daily for at least 1 week to 4 weeks, so that it will allow you or help you in your journey. No, the crystal grid magnifies also the sort of enhances your experience. No, it's also the same time, you see there are some crystals here that protects you from negative energies. Okay, there are also crystals here that enhances and opens up your chakras. No, some of them related to the heart, some of them related to the solar plexus. So this is your medicine wheel for today, Scorpio. I hope that it has been beneficial for you, and I hope to see you again in our next readings. Until next time, keep safe always.